If you are a Nintendo Switch player, then you must be looking for the best RPG on Switch. In this video, I will show you some best RPG games on Nintendo Switch. But before we start this video, please subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming videos. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Think of everything you can imagine from the best Switch RPGs, list them down, and check them one after the other while playing Xenoblade Chronicles. It's imaginative, fluid, refreshingly simple, exhilarating. In short, it is a JRPG with a relatable world and though of its own. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a more than worthy successor to the first iteration. This game is beautifully carved, voiced, crafted, and delivered on a platter of smoothly graphics with a balance of flavor for gamers and anime lovers alike. Next up we have The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. The Legend of Zelda may just be the most endearing RPG game series you can come across. But with this 2019 release, you get to enjoy it all over again. Play as Link wandering lost in the seas and shoring up at Koholint Islands. Navigate your way through the Mabe village, the misty mysterious forest, and away you go. Unlock regions and engage with the truly epic storyline, defeat enemies, outsmart dungeon traps. Next up we have Final Fantasy VII Remake. If there was ever a remake that worked out, it is this. Final Fantasy is widely regarded as one of the best iterations from long 15 game series, and this remake is rated better than the latest Final Fantasy 15. The risque to retelling a beloved cult storyline is huge, yet the remake does not shy away from it. Instead, it asks the player to take close, more attentive look. Final Fantasy VII Remake does not take out the fillers in the storyline, detailing more on them to give added substance, making it a refreshing experience for all, even the initiated. Next up we have Octopath Traveler. A quintessential JRPG with a range of possibilities, Octopath Traveler gives you 8 unique characters to choose from, and then to build a team off. Thereon, you wind your way through the basic storyline to engage in hard-fought battles and win, not by brute force, but by strategy. Octopath Traveler is one of the best JRPGs around that will make you think before you act. The range of possibilities are huge, even though you will progress through the same storyline. Next up we have Collection of Mana. Including the 16-bit masterpiece Trials of Mana and 2 other equally brilliant iterations, the Collection of Mana is the anglicized version of a Game Boy legend. There was a time when manuals did not exist for expansive RPGs with sufficiently open-ended gameplay. Those were the times when video games with unwinding story arches were just as revered as novellas. Collection of Mana is for the RPG Puritans, still many in number, who sometimes prefer things as they were. Next up we have Battle Chasers Night War. Comic series to anime games adaptations don't come any better with the Battle Chasers Night War series. Other than the turn-based battles, what makes this game a masterpiece is the underlying character personalities and the brilliant edge of your seat side quests. Battle Chasers Night War centers around the central character Gully and her buddies, including a nice ensemble of different characters, each with their own strengths, weaknesses, and personas. Next up we have The Witcher 3. With this third installment, The Witcher series sets a new benchmark for RPG games. Exquisite graphics, extensive open-world gameplay, an intelligently crafted game engine, and an epic storyline, Witcher 3 is everything an RPG fan would want from a game and more. Witcher 3 sets new standards for graphics and the number of subplots an RPG can hold without shifting away from the central storyline. The gameplay is necessarily difficult, and you can't simply go in and win any battle. Next up we have Atelier Lulua: The Scion of Arland. Arguably girls-only addition to this list, Atelier Lulua: The Scion of Arland is a short, crisp, cute, and essentially girly JRPG that steps aside from good and evil battles and simply delves into enjoyable anime gameplay. The sprawling Atelier tree of JRPGs are not known for their storyline and instead offer simple entertainment, best suited for this young at heart, just what this game is all about. Next up we have Divinity Original Sin 2. Divinity Original Sin 2 scores high on almost all pointers for a typical RPG game checklist. Yet, it nudges ahead by just that much with its intense morality, challenging decision-making, and a gripping underlying storyline. It has it all: the challenging turn-based combat system, invoking narrative, exquisite graphics, and more. Invest close to 80 hours and you will be left with memories. The last game of this video is Rune Factory Special. If you have played Harvest Moon, then you would love this subtle but noticeable twist to it. In case you haven't, you will Rune Factory either way. Although it's hard an action-adventure RPG, but what makes this among the best RPGs on Switch is the possibilities and minute attention to gameplay detail. The storyline could have done a bit better than dropping you off in a village where you are mistaken as a prince or princess only for the real royalty to come in later and provide you a place to stay in the castle out of goodwill. So that's the list of 10 best Nintendo Switch RPG games that you can play in 2021. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming updates.